Celtic 3, St Johnstone 1, full-time reaction here for Celtic Park. I've got Martin with me. Martin, his performances go this season. I thought that was better, wasn't it?
Brendan Rodgers spoke during the week about getting a really fast start and the importance of that, particularly at this time of the season. I mean, he's came out with a few things this week. One of the big things was this is when it matters. So listening to him, I thought, well, we need to see a good start. We need to see the team step up, and it did feel like that today. It felt like all of a sudden we've kicked into fourth or fifth gear. I thought it was a really high intensity in that first half in particular, albeit for the first half we didn't create a lot of chances, but of course we get our first goal in the first half, which I thought was really important. There's no point in having a high intensity and a lot of possession and almost all the possession and not having anything to show for the fruits of your labour. So I thought the first goal was really important. That gave us a breakthrough, and in my view there was no turning back from there, but of course it's important to go on and get the second goal in the second half after that.
I thought we did start the game well. Kuhn again influencing things. He looks dangerous. Starting to see maybe glimpses of a player in there. Really good cross for Kyogo's first goal. Kyogo could have had a hat-trick in the first half. Two of them ruled out for offside. So many VAR stoppages today in both halves actually. But I think Kyogo's really brave for that first goal, isn't he? It's a good cross for Kuhn, but the keeper's coming out to almost punch it clear, but he puts his head in there. It's a good header. I
was really pleased with Kyogo today because a lot of pressure on him to produce, and the manager's obviously given him a few weeks off, and it went with Ida, and Ida obviously got us a few goals and then kind of went flat a little bit, so I felt like the right time to bring Kyogo back in. I thought he brought a bit of freshness today, and the two changes to the starting 11 today in Carter Vickers and Kyogo really gave the team a lift, at the back and up front. Kyogo's energy just gets everybody working that little bit harder. He was almost too enthusiastic, because he's caught himself offside a couple of times. And what you often see with Kyogo is he likes to play intentionally offside. He can be 2 or 3 yards offside, even when the play's coming towards him, then he gets himself back onside. But it didn't work out on a couple of occasions, and he kept grafting and got his goal with his head, which he doesn't score a lot of goals with his head. But you could see his desire today. He was trying really hard, as I say, almost at times too hard. But I really enjoyed the energy he brought to the team today, and really pleased for him. He got a great reaction when he went off.
Yeah, he did. I think that's probably one of his better performances of the season as well, because he's had so many games where he's barely been involved, but involved a lot today, as I say, with the goals in the first half, 2 ruled out, gets his goal just before half time. Second half, he's brilliant. That's a great set up for Kuhn's goal. Kuhn set up him and he returned the favour. A great ball down the channel for Greg Taylor. Right after half time, a great time to score, but I just love the Kyogo, takes a touch and just puts the ball across the face of the goal. That's the kind of build-up play that we haven't seen enough of this season, and Kuhn's just timed his run to perfection. He's got basically an empty net. It's a great goal.
Again, I thought, start the game well, but start the second half well, and we did exactly that. It's often a good time to score at the end of half or at the start of half, just to really deflate the opposition. So I was really pleased with that tempo in the start of the second half. You could see even with the ball boys and the ball girls today, they were getting the ball in really quickly, like we were used to Celtic of old. Joe Hart would be getting the ball really quickly and taking a bike kick really quickly. It felt like that was back today, and that's been lacking a lot this season. But as you say, Kuhn and Kyogo combined for the first 2 goals, and it's looking like it could be a good combination. I think Kuhn got the man of the match at the end.
He did sponsor man of the match.
I thought Kyogo was outstanding today. But overall, really pleased with both of them.
I think some of the combination play in the second half was really good. A lot more like what we're looking for. Speed, overlaps, crosses coming into the box, chances. Kyogo hits the bar. Alistair Johnstone has a goal ruled out that's marginally offside as well. Another long VAR stoppage, but I think some of that attacking play in the second half was encouraging.
Iwata's chance at the end.
Iwata could have had a hat-trick. He had that one in the first half of the corner. Falls to him 8 yards out, blocked, and then that one at the end. He's just head it anywhere and it's a goal, but he puts it over the bar.
And Iwata's been a bit like Celtic season. One week you're thinking, he was excellent. I thought he was good today, but other weeks you're disappointed with him. I think he just needs a wee bit of time. I'm convinced he'll come good. Showed a bit of versatility today, didn't he, to rotate a couple of different positions. And then you see him, practically on the line towards the end, and his enthusiasm. He's another one of those players that works incredibly hard, doesn't give up. And I thought across the whole team today, the whole team were hard working, and there was movement all over the pitch. Let's not get too carried away, because that's not a brilliant St Johnstone side. They've had a pretty poor season, but it was more about the result today. But we got the result and the performance for me.
Yeah, we neglected to mention James Forrest last weekend. He had a good impact on the game for that cameo. Another good one today. I thought it was a great finish. Takes the touch on his right foot, just slows the game down, but a brilliant finish with his left foot across the goalkeeper into the far corner.
He never panics. He's always got the composure, but sometimes you just want to see a bit more urgency from him. Sometimes he plays a safe pass, but there's something different about him the last couple of times he's came on as sub, and he just looks like he's playing it a little bit. He looks fresh, he looks sharp. looks eager, and of course he's going forward now more than I've seen him do in the past. So it's great to be able to bring players like that on if they're making an impact in the game, and he has in the last couple of occasions, and it was a spectacular finish. I watched that a few times in the replays, and a really good finish with his weaker foot as well.
Yeah, great goal. Not all positive though. Crying out for clean sheets here. And St Johnstone, I don't think they created very much at all. I think they had maybe one chance or half chance from a corner midway through the second half, but apart from that they've created nothing from open play. But they got the pitch and they get a goal. I really wanted to get a clean sheet. I think Joe Hart's reaction to their goal tell you everything you need to know. He's absolutely berating the defenders in front of him, and again, if you're going to win titles you need to keep the ball at your net.
It's just something we need to focus on a bit more. It's all very well saying we'll go out and we'll get an early goal and high intensity and we'll push up, play high. I think that's now 6 consecutive games, 8 goals we've lost. At least 50% of those games have been against teams you would expect to not concede to. So it is a real worry, albeit it was 3-0 at the time.
We've made changes as well.
Made changes,
but
yeah.
You're still looking for the intensity.
No, we're chasing goal difference potentially as well here. I think goal difference is even now, so thinking today was one of those chances to go out and get goals. I mean, we only need Rangers to slip up. I know there's lots of ifs and buts, and I'm sure both teams will slip up between now and the end of the season, but they slip up with a draw. And then it's even again, but the same in goal difference. So you don't want to really losing these goals. And as I said, 6 consecutive games with no clean sheet. It's not what we're looking for. So I think that's the area we do need to tighten up. Somebody told me earlier today. I don't know what they were basing this on. That what back four they were basing on. I can only assume it was Scales and Carter Vickers with Taylor and Johnson, but they've only played together 4 times over the course of the full season. This shows you how indifferent that back four's been.
Yeah, really hampered by injury there. Just talking about goal difference, the one everybody always talks about is when we lost the league in goal difference under Martin O'Neill. We lost 6-2 to Dundee here, remember? It was 6-0, right, and we lost 2 late goals and we went on to lose the league by a goal. So I think margins.
Am I right in saying that was a game just before Seville, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Henrik Larsson was on fire that night, but 6-2.
Those 2 goals ended up costing us.
Down the last game.
Lots of candidates for man of the match, as we said. Kuhn and Kyogo linking up well. I thought O'Reilly was much better today. Carter Vickers back in the team, really impressive as well. Who was it for you?
Vickers goes off and then we can see the goal. I
know.
He's so important for that team. He's
Could
massive.
set your watch for it.
What a player he is. For me, I thought Kuhn was good, and I know he got sponsors or fans man of the match, but for me it was Kyogo. I thought he was excellent. Could have had a lot more than one goal, but involved in a lot of the offensive play, and his energy level was top class. So for me it'd be Kyogo.
Yep, Kyogo for me as well. There you go. We'll see you in the pub for a post-match pint. Thank you.